cricketer. I didn't do enough off the field. Don't get like I worked hard, went to the gym, did all those things, but in terms of my drinking habits, the way I would spend my time off the field, I don't think I handled that pretty well. Yeah, since he passed away, like I haven't really enjoyed cricket. Yeah, because I feel like he's one person who was like really real to me.
What's up, everybody? It's Fedman again. I always appreciate you guys taking time to watch and appreciate all the feedback and comment. Today, I'm joined by my brother, William Mashinge. I'm happy finally we get to chat after some months, so many months of trying.
Yeah.
How have you been?
Yeah, I've been all right, man. Been good.
Yeah, so it's been 10 years of first class cricket for you. Do you realize we've been playing first class for 10 years, a decade, and you're only 29 years of age?
Yeah, I mean, not now that you've mentioned it, it sort of like came into I actually started thinking about it. I'm like, wow, 10 years. That's I mean, it's a long time. So yeah, really grateful to be still playing the game I love and you know living the dream. Basically, I mean, not everyone has gotten a chance to get paid, travel the world, and do what they love. Something they would do for free. So I'm really thankful for that. I give thanks to God every day for that gift. So yeah.
What do you remember the most about your first game? I think it was against Rhinos when you're playing for Mountaineers.
Yeah. So yeah, I think I was still like we're preparing for the under-19 World Cup, and Mr. Mangongo was coach at that time. So I mean, tours leading up to that, I had done fairly well. I think we had a tour in Bangladesh, got wickets there, got some runs as well. Played Afghanistan in India, got some runs as well. And then I was actually at practice, at our sports club, training with the boys. And then Mr. Mangongo, he just comes to me. You playing tomorrow for Mountaineers, 4-day game. Just make sure you bet for as long as you can, and when you get a chance to bowl, do what you got to do. Just run in and bowl as quickly as you can. I'm like, oh, I'm playing a first class game, and as a youngster, that's really really exciting. Playing the first professional game. And actually, to be fair, I went to Mountaineers. I think it was during my Form 4 break. After your exams. I think Mr. Isango organized that I go to Mountaineers. Gary Brent was still coach there. So I get there and, meeting all these guys, Maoyo, Shingi, all these big guys. And I was actually supposed to make my first class debut at the age of 16. Many people don't know this, but I was 16 at that time. And that's when I was supposed to play because, there were some disputes with, money, players not getting paid in time. And, you know what happened at that time. And, Mountaineers had to put like a second string side. So Gary comes to me, he's like, you might be playing in a couple of days' time. Get ready. And I'm like 16 at that time, So yeah, but I ended up that the game didn't take place because the opposition team didn't play as well. I think it was supposed to be against Mashinge, but the game didn't end up taking place. And then I had to go back to school to do the A-level stuff. So yeah, it came around that time, and I was just really excited and enjoyed the game. Being on the field with likes like of Vusi, Shingi, all those big guys, and I'm like, wow, I'm actually playing with this guy, and these guys are, just people you used to see on TV. Growing up, we used to watch these guys play, and I'm like, oh, I'm on the same team with this guy. So it was really good. It was exciting, and I think I did all right. Yeah, I think I did all right with the ball. I didn't get as many runs as I would have wanted, but I think I did all right. Yeah.
Yeah, and I remember something you said probably 10 years ago. It stuck with me. You said, people say don't put all your eggs in one basket. But you said, nah, I'm gonna put my egg in one basket. That's cricket. That's the
Yeah,
only option I have. So
yeah.
at that point, did you know, or you already decided that I'm gonna be a cricketer?
So I think I made that decision. When I was in primary school, because I went to a primary school that had a rich, a rich cricketing culture. That's where Tinashe Panyangara went. Primary school, Godfrey Huggins in Marondera.
Mm,
Tinashe Panyangara, Tarisa M. Saganda,
mm.
Mufambisi, all those guys. And the kid was Zingerere. I think he was under 19 captain, the
Okay.
previous World Cup.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
came from, pretty much the same school. I used to give these guys, like betting gloves, cricket stuff. They used to come to my house, you
yeah,
know, and these youngsters still actually, yeah, a youngster coming up really good as well, his brother coming up. So
yeah.
these guys, used to, come and get stuff from me, like cricket stuff that I don't need and stuff. So yeah, that's like from primary school. I just wanted to play cricket, like from the backyard. I playing backyard cricket with my uncles.
Mm.
Yeah, it was just cricket. And to be fair, like I had, my uncle. I don't know if you know Hilary Matanga.
Yeah, use. I know use. Yeah.
Yeah. So we used to. I used to, because we are really really close. He's my, yeah. So when we used to go to Mashinge during holidays, we'll just play cricket all day. Yeah, and man, I just fell in love with the game, and never stopped. And I didn't want anything else. I wanted to play cricket, nothing else. Yeah, and yeah, grateful that it happened.
So also during this decade of you playing cricket, you played international cricket,
Yeah,
T20 cricket for Zimbabwe against Nepal in Singapore. You actually
yeah,
played against Team David when you were still playing for Singapore.
yeah, yeah,
And I
yeah.
remember you got your cape from Maoyo,
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
there's a picture of you as well. I think it was a prize giving tournament. I
Yeah,
think in
yeah,
primary
yeah,
school.
yeah. It
And
was
Maoyo also gave you that one, yeah?
Watershed T20, because
Mm,
we used to, like, every year, Watershed, like the high school that I went to,
mm,
we used to have, what do you call this, the like a T20 competition, like for
mm.
schools. Yeah, so he was the guest of honor there, and yeah, I think I got player of the tournament, better of the tournament, and stuff like that. So he was just the one giving the awards, and yeah.
So a few years later, it's the same guy giving you international cape. How was that?
Yeah. He was there for commentary.
Mm,
And to be fair, the way I made my debut was it was funny, So you know, I had a chat like the day before in the morning, like after breakfast with Mr. Joe Guta. I think he was the convener of selectors at that time.
mm.
Yeah. So he called me downstairs, and I'm okay. Mr. Charles, what does he want to say to me? So then went downstairs, and he was like, "Yeah, obviously you have done something right to be here where you are. Um, but this tour, you might get a game, maybe the last game, or not play at all. But I don't want you to, be discouraged. You're here to learn." I was only, I think, 23 at that time. Yeah, I was turning 23 in October, and yeah, so yeah, you're here to learn. So I just want you to take in, as much as possible. So I'm like, okay, I might not play this tour, and then because all the games were in the evening. Yeah. So yeah, the next day around I think it was around 5 o'clock, because we used to have like meetings just before the game, and that's when they would announce the teams, the guys that are playing, and my name wasn't announced, and I'm like, okay, cool. Mr. Chowguda had told me already. Yeah. And then at that time, I think Sean Williams was still captain. Lauchand Rajput, he was the head coach. So I see them chatting. I'm actually helping Richmond, my brother. I'm giving Richmond some throws. And funny enough, you told me that, mate, you're playing today. I'm like, dude, the team just got announced when we were at the hotel. And I was like, yeah, you're playing. And I kept on throwing balls to him, in the nets. And then Sean called me, like, Mashinge. I was like, oh. And I was like, and Richie was like, yeah, I told you. And I went. And then Sean said, I've made a request, because he was with the coach, the head coach. And he was like, I made a request, to Chowers, that you play today, because we need a seamer that can bat. So try and prepare like someone who is, who is playing. We're just waiting for Mr. Choguda to actually approve it, because he was the convener, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh my God! And I'm like, okay, I might, okay, because he wasn't approved at that time, and I'm like, I might be playing my first game for my country, and this is, this is what I wanted. This is what what I always wanted to do, yeah. So then, imagine the switch, from giving someone throwdowns, and the conversation that you had earlier with the convener of selectors, to, okay, switch on, you're playing. You've never done this before. This is your first game for Zimbabwe. And I give Sean Williams a lot of credit for that. Like someone who I really, really respected as a person, despite his flaws and stuff like that. But and then he was approved. So I'm doing target bowling, go to the nets, have a hit, and then the moment came, Tino gave me my cap, and that was literally I wouldn't say I was nervous. Like, I was a kid, like, who was just so excited to play for his country. No nerves whatsoever. I was just like, I'm just gonna enjoy myself here. You know what I mean? So there were no nerves, or I was just excited, and ended up winning that game. I had a good time. Yeah.
Obviously, the question now is you played international cricket for Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
Everyone will be like, then what happened? You played 2 international games for Zimbabwe. What happened? Can you explain that? Maybe
that's a really, really good question, Jawi. And I'm not someone who lies or gets behind the bush and stuff like that. I think to a greater extent, I'm not someone who beats around the bush. I'm a straightforward person, and what I'm going to say now probably will help someone who will get into a similar situation as I did. Yeah, I think I let myself down, a number of times. Mainly because of, my off-field, what I was doing outside the field of cricket. Like, obviously, I'll be the first person to actually admit that I didn't take care, or I didn't look after my drinking habits. So, you like, I probably didn't look after myself, like as a professional cricketer. I didn't do enough off the field. Don't get like, I worked hard, went to the gym, did all those things, but in terms of my drinking habits, the way I would spend my time off the field, I don't think I handled that pretty well. And I'm very, very comfortable saying these things, and I say it to like youngsters coming up, do this, like at Southern Rocks where I was playing, there are a lot of youngsters there, and most of these youngsters look up to me, and they every time a kid wants to get a cap, they're like, William, can you give me my cap? I think I've done it for like so many kids, and I want them to learn. I'm always telling them, I want them to learn from my mistakes, and make sure that they do not do what I did to obviously to get here, to not play more. I think just it was this season, when Sri Lanka visited Zimbabwe, You know, when
Yeah.
Angelo Matthews scored his double century and stuff.
Yes, I know that one.
So yeah, I was actually in the squad. So they picked the 24-man squad, like a training squad. So then at that time, I think it was Hamilton. Hamilton was still the director of cricket, the DOC. So he came to me with, I think he had Douglas, Douglas Wondo was bowling coach, and Stuart, Stuart Matsiganyi, Stewie. He was the I think batting coach at that time.
Yeah.
So they came to have a word with me. So I arrived early. I'm there early. Getting ready. I might play a test match for my country. And then Hamilton called me aside, and he's like, "Yeah, you've been playing really well. Yeah, you've been bowling well. You've been getting some runs. And I definitely think you have a look in one of the tests." Yeah. And then he asked, "What do you think about your life outside cricket?" Yeah. And then I was dead honest. I think it's not that good. Maybe I need to cut out all my drinking, behave more of like a professional sportsman. Yeah. So yeah, we had that conversation, and he was just certain that, and then there was a picture of me at that time. I think we had played a first class game at Takashinga. Yeah. So then, I'm having drinks with the boys, so instead of having maybe one or two, I would end up maybe on 20, 25, and yeah, just sort of like, in the, those, what do they call it? The tents they put, the players, because at that time at Takashinga, there were no change rooms.
Yeah.
So we had those tents. Yeah. So I find myself sleeping, and then I don't know, took a picture or something like that, which I'll, I'll talk about that later on. But yeah, like there were bottles, like everything that everyone was drinking, they just put it on me, and then got a picture, and
wow.
Yeah, it was sent around, and what's this? Like, we don't expect this from a professional. You need to, and yeah. So I'll be the first. I'll be the first person to, to admit that I didn't look after myself. Like a, or how a professional cricketer needs, to look after themselves. So I think that was my biggest. I wouldn't say downfall, because I'm still here, still scoring runs.
Yeah, because that's the question now.
Yeah.
Do you want to add more caps to your Zimbabwe career? Is that something that still driving you, or you're like, because you're still 29? I'll give you an example of, like, for example, like we see Trigger.
Yeah.
Recently, he made a comeback. Trigger's my age. We're 34.
Yeah.
And I'm happy Zimbabwe now they're giving people opportunities regardless of age. Who is in form is playing. I have to respect this current sort of selection panel and coaching staff.
Yeah.
So you're 29, and
Yeah.
in countries like Australia, 29, that's your peak. So
Yeah.
would you say, nah, I'm done with Zim? I'm like, nah.
No, okay, they say never say never, but yes, from my experiences with like I told you, Jawi, I'll call a spade a spade. I'll say it as it is. I tell the truth. I think, like, with where I am with my life at the moment, yeah, I don't think me playing for that team will be, what can I say? I'm trying to find right words here. I think I'll just fall off with a lot of people. You know what I mean? Because it's just so many things like that happened in my career, and we talk about being your brother's keeper and all these things, but I didn't see that, when I was in that when I was in that environment. You know what I mean? And every time, like, I think for the past I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 seasons. Yeah, and just let's just say it this way: since You remember Shepherd Makunura?
Yeah.
Yeah. Since he passed away, like I haven't really enjoyed cricket. Yeah, because I feel like he's one person who was like really real to me.
Yeah.
Like if it wasn't for him, I'll be dead honest with you, Jawi. I would have been banned from playing cricket. There's some things that he knew or some things that he saw me doing. Yeah. And he just like, don't do it. And it never got to anyone. You know what I mean? It was like just, and, sad that he passed away, but he's one person who really, really, looked after me. And after he was gone, changing from coaches to coaches, franchise cricket, I wasn't like really enjoying myself in that sort of environment, especially at Southern Rocks, which I don't think I'll play for that team ever again. Yeah, like you mentioned, Innocent. Innocent is my, a good friend of mine. Like we click every time, we go for a game. We're always together and stuff. But I've gotten to a point, Jawi, where I barely talk to, cricketers back home in Zimbabwe. Yeah, I get phone calls. I just ignore them. Messages. I've just stopped talking to cricketers because I don't think they were sort of like real to me. You know what I mean? So
yeah. So if you have a good season at home, you give a good season, and selectors consider you, would you play? Because now
I
how
would play.
wide,
The thing is, obviously, if I get selected, and I just personally think, like for me, I know I've got the ability to do it 100%. I know I've got the gift. I know my mind. I'm strong in my mind. I'm strong in my beliefs. It just like it will just take like a switch for me to, but I don't think I'll be a good teammate. Yeah, I think
when like if you think
I'll be one
about
of those. I'll be one of those people who just, I turn up for practice and go and then just go home. You know what I mean? And play a game of cricket, go home, not hang around with anyone, no stories, no chats, whatever. Okay, I don't think I'll be, and you wouldn't want a person like that, in your team, would you? So I don't think. I
it's
don't
not
think
something
I'll
you're
be.
thinking about. Probably it's not a priority now. You just want to enjoy where are you comfortable with your life, and
I'm
if it
very
happens,
comfortable.
then you see.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
I'm I'm very comfortable with my life. I'm very happy with where I am. I'm happy with the career club I'm at the moment. Um, yeah, uh, I've
that could
actually
be.
found it. I've actually found it like, funny enough, I've actually found like a new passion of getting other people better. So I do loads of coaching here. I coach at a school called Queen Mary's, like whilst I'm in the UK, and I've got like a lot of private sessions with, because also is sort of like a big club.
Yeah,
And yeah, I'm just happy doing what I'm doing. I found a new
yeah.
passion in
So
actually
I'm gonna come
getting
to
people better.
I'm gonna come to the UK career because you're one player that is well respected. But before I talk about that,
Yeah,
you said you've got the ability, and you've got the ability. I think you played 52 first-class games already. You've got over 100 wickets,
yeah,
and to play again, you are not very close to scoring 2,000 runs. So you'd be one of the rare guys with 100 wickets, 2,000 first-class runs.
yeah.
It's a milestone in Zimbabwean standards. So I'm saying,
It
are you going to be playing franchise cricket so that because you've got the talent, you've got the
yeah,
numbers, your
yeah,
averages, we've
yeah,
seen the abilities there,
yeah,
and numbers are backing that.
yeah. Will I be playing first class cricket? Definitely.
Yeah.
I think I'll move. I'll move back to Mountaineers.
Okay.
Yeah. I had me and the coach at Southern Rocks. Did not go along whatsoever. In Jabulo Ngube. I think we at one point in time he was the coach at Rising Stars. We used to be like so close.
Mm,
We used to walk from Greendale.
mm,
We used to walk from Greendale all the way
mm,
to Harare Sports Club. He would give me throws and yeah,
mm.
but I don't know what happened along the way, and we sort of like just fell off.
Yeah, it's life. It
Yeah,
happens in life.
and
Normal.
it's I don't hate him. I have nothing against him, but me and him just do not click, and
Yeah.
that relationship will not work whatsoever. So yeah, I'll definitely, even if it means starting from scratch. I'm looking to go back to Mountaineers. I haven't said this to anyone, but because I'm homegrown as well. Because
Yeah. That's your homegrown. Yeah.
I'm from Marundi. I've always played for Mountaineers since like age group days. So that's what I'm looking to do. Maybe I'll find enjoyment in playing, franchise cricket again in a different environment. Because at Southern Rocks, since Mr. Makunura, God bless his soul, since he passed, I did not enjoy my cricket whatsoever in that environment. I'll just say I was turning up just to get, a few bucks to look after myself at that time, of which that's a bad mindset to have. For you to get the best out of me, I need to be really, really engaged.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not about the money, and I've never been a slave to money and all these things. Don't get me wrong, I respect money, but I don't love it.
Yeah.
So yeah. Yeah. So
But if you look at it as well, I think across cricket, there are so many examples of comeback stories. So I'm not surprised that you're gonna come back and just fulfill that potential that we have. I'm glad when I see someone like Soma.
Yeah.
I'm so happy because I know Soma loves cricket. He works hard and it's showing now. Chiga, for example, so many guys who like enjoying that. Rango is a talent. Rango.
Yeah. We
But
played
it's
under 19 cricket
and
together
he's
with
gonna come
Rango.
back and play for Zimbabwe again. You see now what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, but then okay, let's come to club cricket. When I speak to guys in the UK about club cricket, you are one of the respected names. Believe it or not, amongst Zimbabweans, they say Mashinge is the top player in the UK. You're like, you're born to play cricket in the UK. What do you say about that? Because your numbers are outstanding. Tell me, like the UK and Mashinge.
I think I love playing in this country. I think my numbers speak for themselves. Like I've had a fair share, of success. But there were some failures as well. Like, you get some seasons where, things just, I think it was one where things just went horribly wrong. But we live and learn. But yeah, I just love the culture. The club culture in the UK. You train on Tuesdays, Thursdays. After training, you're free to have a pint. Talk to the lads, just socialize with the club members and stuff like that. Saturdays you play, you get a big win. Drinks as well. So I would say I love that side of which really motivates me to do well. Let's say on a Saturday, 10 up, so that we enjoy afterwards. So, and this is me. That's how I want to play my cricket. I want to enjoy myself. I wouldn't want to be all strict on myself, and I just want to enjoy my cricket. So yeah, I just love the club culture here.
So which club are you playing for right now? Which county? What level? And which other clubs have you played for? And how's it going?
Okay, so I'm currently playing for Warsaw Cricket Club. That's in the South Staffordshire Premier League. I think we're doing all right this season. I think we're fourth at the moment. So this is my third season with them. Really good club. They look after me. I try and give back as much as I can in terms of, I don't know, knowledge or, doing whatever it takes on a Saturday to win. I've also played, I think my first season, like it was close to where you are. I played in Cornwall, stayed with a nice family there. Bit of a laid back county, but played my first season there just soon after the Under-19 World Cup.
Which club was that one?
It was a club called they called it Bokonok. Yeah, just a little club. First time in England. I think that's what I needed. You're far away from everything. It's very laid back. People there are good. Nice sceneries, like you get beaches and it's a really 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 good good county. And then I think after that, I was with the academy Rising Stars in Liverpool, with Tatenda Taibu there. I played for Margao, another good club. Did well for them. Just missed promotion by this much. And then after that, I did 2 seasons with Leamington Spa in the Birmingham Premier League,
which is a tough league. It's a tough league.
Which I think that's one could argue, but I think that's the best. I think one of the best, if not the best, leagues in the UK.
Yeah,
I played in that for 2 seasons. I did pretty well for them. Before moving on to Elworth in the North Staffordshire. I can't remember the name of the league, but that was after COVID. And then I did 2 seasons with Wellington, which a few Zimbabweans have played for. A few top players. I don't know if you know Chris Rogers, Australian.
Oh yeah,
he played for them. I think that was around 2003 or something like that.
Okay.
Garwe, Trevor Garwe, he did a few seasons with them as well. And then I came over, and then Brian, like that's where he was. Brian Zinganyama, that's where he was last season.
So I remember.
Yeah, so my last season with Wellington, we literally won everything.
Wow.
We won the league, we won the T20 league, and we ended up winning the national championship as well. T20. Played a game at Derbyshire there, like for finals, and that was a really, really good season. Got them promoted in the Birmingham League as well. Wow. So I did that. But that was my last season with them, and then here I am in Warsaw doing my 3rd season with Warsaw Cricket Club. So and it's going on all right.
So you said right now you are enjoying the idea of giving back and uplifting others. Can you tell me more about that? Like,
just coaching. Coaching a lot of youngsters, like a lot. Like if I tell you, I'm coaching, a lot of youngsters, and it's just so satisfying. You turn up you turn up at the club, you see an under 11s game, and you see someone who you've coached, like from holding a cricket bat, playing a game, and they play a nice cover drive or a nice pull shot or a good cricket shot, and you're like, I had something to do with that, and it just makes me, I just love it, and it just makes me keep on, like I want to do it more, So I think life after cricket, life after playing, I'll definitely get into coaching. So yeah.
Right, I can't end this interview without talking about Dreras, because some people just tell you like you see everyone there's got like a role model, people that they love. And I know Falau loves Jofra Asha, like he loves him so much. Other people would. What tell me about Dreras, this obsession with Andre
there was a time when I was a kid, I really loved Andre Russell, just the way he played, the way he bowled, and there was a time when I used to get a haircut like that. Mohawk with blonde right to the top. For me it was always it has to be a West Indian, Russell or Marlon Samuels. Like those are 2 of my favorite cricketers. Yeah.
Have you met them though?
I've met Marlon Samuels when he came to Zimbabwe for what do you call this? The qualifiers.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah, he doesn't speak. He
doesn't speak much.
Yeah, he doesn't speak too much.
Smile.
Yeah.
He's a good guy. I remember I was doing net bowling. And
Yeah,
you make this girl is just seated as Jamaicans, obviously,
yeah.
chilling, just laid back. He's an interesting character.
Yeah. But yeah, he's one of my favorite cricketers. Yeah, just because of how his career went, as well. A lot
Yeah,
of controversies, a lot of
yeah,
mistakes,
yeah,
but won like
yeah,
two World Cups for them,
yeah.
So yeah, it's
Oh, you
just
haven't
some.
met Andre Russell. Andre Russell, you
Nah,
haven't met.
never met him,
Right,
man.
we should try. We should try and make that happen. I'll try. I'll try. I mean, Andre Russell is somebody who loves it so much.
Yeah, respect, Majid.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But no, my G, I'm so happy I've managed it. We can talk whatever, but
yeah,
I'm just happy just to catch up, and I feel like I know I've known you since you're a kid as well, since you're a youngster.
yeah. Way back.
So I'm like, uh, I'd love to see you play. I think you play test. I would love to see you play. I just want to see you play
Ne-
cricket for Zimbabwe. I think
ne-
it
ne-
should
ne-
happen.
never say never. Never say
Mhm.
never, shall we? You see me
Yeah,
playing for Mountaineers next this coming season, and watch
yeah,
out. Yeah, watch
yeah.
out.
Appreciate that. So thanks a lot, my man. I appreciate your time.
Yeah, pleasure, mate. Thanks for getting me on your platform.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah. All right. Cheers.